protecting ourselves by defining and defending boundaries. Suppose a country has a hostile neighbor who is constantly trying to infiltrate into its territory. If the boundary between the two countries is not clearly defined, the defending country's task of preventing infiltration will become extremely difficult. The same difficulty applies for the country of our consciousness and its associated cultured behavior. Worldly temptations are constantly trying to infiltrate into our consciousness and impel us to indulge indiscriminately. We all have a broad sense of what kind of indulgence is acceptable and what is unacceptable. However, if the boundary between the two is not well defined, is hazy, then during an impulsive indulgence, we might cross that boundary without even realizing what is happening. Consider drinking, for example. Suppose a college student considers drinking acceptable but getting drunk unacceptable. But maybe while they are drinking with their friends, when might social drinking or an occasional casual drinking degenerate into a compulsive destructive drinking? It's almost impossible to discern this in the heat of the moment, especially if one has not set some boundaries beforehand. Consider sexual dalliance as another example. Most cultured married people would consider a full-blown extramarital affair unacceptable. But they might consider some flirting to be harmless fun. But when might such flirting grow into something more, something irresistibly more or even irreversibly more? They won't know when boundaries are being breached if they haven't even defined the boundaries clearly beforehand. Defining boundaries clearly is especially important in today's culture because nowadays the flouting of traditional boundaries has become normalized and even glamorized. Pertinently, the Bhagavad Gita warns us that if we are to overcome temptations, we need to begin by regulating our senses, which essentially means defining and defending boundaries. If we study the Gita regularly in the association of its living teachers, then we can remember the importance of boundaries, define boundaries appropriately and according to our situations, and then defend them vigorously. Thank you.